3, 2, 1.
These are micro nuts, tiny climbing protection for very thin cracks. And these in particular are rated for 2 and 4 kilonewtons, which is still a lot for a little tiny nut, but you don't necessarily want to put all that force on that gear. So instead of using a quick draw, you would use something like a screamer, and you would clip this to it in order to shock absorb to reduce the force that you'd be putting on these. I've had a lot of questions about these for a lot of years, as I have used them on sketchy gear that either I've placed or that was permanently already in the rock that I did not trust. But if I were to fall, I really didn't want to pull it out. We wanted to drop some rocks in this episode to find out how useful they really are. We have a 700-pound rock belaying this 200-pound rock after it belays this 200-pound bag of water to see if there's a difference between a rock and a bag of water.
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm the bag of water. A rock falling versus a jiggly sack of water is a very different thing.
Are you nervous?
I am definitely nervous. So, dynamic rope attached to me like I'm a lead climber. That's going down to this span set. Okay, that's gonna be my top bolt. I've been hauled up on a separate system that has this lovely quick release, which is basically gonna send me going at a very high rate of speed. I love this job. I love this job.
Oh my God, you just pulled out the grenade pin.
I'm gonna just set that right. 3, 2, 1, go. 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 Oh God!
How hard did that feel?
That wasn't actually that bad.
What?
I think it's because I'm so freaking scared the adrenaline is pumping.
It's probably because you're a bag of water. So we have a line scale 3 at where the bolt would be that's catching Mike. And the thing that is belaying him is the heavy rock, so there's no absorption or no variables in what is catching him. And this is measuring the force at 1,280 times per second, so we are able to catch that peak force. Now we can't let Mike off with just one fall because science requires, or the comment section requires, that we do a sample size of 3.
Am I allowed to screw with you on this one?
No, until my balls leave my throat. 3, 2, 1.
Is that your Wheaties for the morning?
Yeah, holy crap, I shouldn't have drank coffee.
How'd that one feel?
Felt about the same as the last one.
Scary?
Extremely scary.
Okay, but what we're trying to do is get rid of the stretch in the rope so it's not the fresh rope. How are they pulling you up?
They're pulling me up with a Z2.
Okay.
Okay, and then this is pretty much our little grenade pin release. I get to pull this little lovely paper clip, and then Bobby holds my life in his hands. And you can see through this little hole that when this lever goes in, it traps behind this tiny little latch.
So I will belay you here actively while you're climbing. Why is Mike not climbing?
I wanted the drops to be at the same point to keep our dirty science as clean as possible.
And 3, 2, 1. 2, 1.
Oh, that looked hard.
That felt harder out of all of them.
Did that move the rock at the bottom?
A little.
Is it really?
I mean, a little. Let's clean off some of this dirty science here. We are falling on the same rope. We did debate swapping ends back and forth, but then you only have 2 ends, and I actually don't want more dirt in my dirty science. So we are falling over and over on the same side with about 15 to 20 minute intervals in between tests. Now this does increase for us. As you can see, Mike started at 6.5 kilonewtons, got up to 6.7-ish kilonewtons, but notice it's not that big of a difference, and it was stabilizing at about 6.7. So now we want to lift a rock that is pretty much exactly the same weight to see if we get a difference. Rocks are boring. They are not
3,
scared.
2, 1.
That, I think, moved the big rock. Not great for your rope. Nope. Is that a perpetual motion machine?
2, 1. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Our 200-pound rock dummy saw about 15% more than our 200-pound bag of water dummy. And so now Mike's off the hook. Let's actually find out if this will deploy at 4 kilonewtons and keep that top piece from seeing more than 4 kilonewtons.
1.
Whoa, is that all the way?
This Yates Screamer extended fully, and it got up to 6.1 kilonewtons. Logging, so hopefully you have a cool number.
Wow. For the win. A extended screamer, 1 meter.
Next up is Edelridge's G Screamer.
The G Screamer is much shorter and lighter than the old school style screamers.
What's the G stand for?
No idea. I don't know what the G stands for. You can just let your mind run with that.
Let's have a tailgate meeting about how this thing works. If your ninja is climbing over marginal pieces, that is okay. Pitons are okay. Burr, ice screws, okay. Ooh, that looks like another episode. It starts at 15 centimeters and it goes to 100? No G Screamer goes off the charts, but it looks like it stays below 4K in. So let's see if this is what our graph looks like after we drop our rock in 3, 2,
1.
Oh, did it G Scream? Oh, we got it under 4.
Didn't fully extend. There's still a little bit to unfelt here.
So one side we have the Yates, the other side is the G Scream. A very noticeable difference in the textile and how they kind of bind them together. So this stuff is like way fuzzier, and this is just like regular thread.
Welcome back to the ground. What are we testing next?
One Yates Screamer extended fully. Let's see if 2 will actually absorb the shock and keep it below 4 kilonewtons. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow, it deployed both. I hope the force was less than 4.
They both fully deployed. There's no stitching left.
Also, there's still room underneath the rock if we want to add more.
3.54.
Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
So it took 2 Yates to do what one Edelrid did.
There's another style that looks like an arrow. And what makes that look really cool is if you put a 90s spandex over it. These are actually from around 1990 to 1992, and we are going to see how well this style works. The big reveal to find out if these have been arrows all along. Here we go, and it's a W! So we're gonna test the arrow versus the W.
3, 2, 1.
That sounded harder.
6.75. So that's what Mike was seeing.
Bobby, you stop finally wearing gray, and you wear blue
Oh, it just
with the freaking sky behind you.
gone.
So the result of that one looks like this. It's very interesting, the inside of these things when they break. So the arrow doesn't have as much scream as the W, but what if you had the Burning Man? So this one has 3 wings on both sides. So it looks like more like a flower or starfish. I just wonder if the pterodactyl here, because they have longer sections, that you might have the same amount of stitching that's going to break if this comes out the same. But this is shorter, I think, is the benefit to this style.
3, 2, 1. 1.
Fully deployed. It is absorbing something. This rock is 650 pounds. And I want to see if we can catch it. So we strung up a bunch of different screamers to see if you just add them all together, if it will catch it before it hits the ground. Do you think it'll catch it?
No, it's not going to catch it. I think it's going to deploy all the way to the end.
Yep, it's going to be a fun one.
1. 1. 1.
Oh, no! You reduced the force of the ball by not catching it. Oh. Our bolt is fine. Our climber needs to go to the hospital. This is dirty science because we're not using the same screamers, but this did not more or less extend at all. This one extended all the way. The third one did not finish extending before the rock hit the ground because this extended all the way. This didn't more or less extend at all. This one started to, and this one didn't do anything. I want to know if we dropped a 650-pound rock on this, where each one extends a meter. And so we have 6 here, and that would be a 6-meter fall if it's at a fall factor 1. So the rock will be this high, and the anchor is going to be this high, and it's going to fall, extend, and hopefully catch it. No ropes in the system. I just really want to catch a 650-pound rock because an engineer told me it wouldn't work. That is a 650-pound rock, and this is the coolest chain of screamers. Will it work? That rock's got a lot of potential. Energy.
2, 1.
Okay, didn't work.
1.
It did take a real slow ride down until it didn't work anymore.
Was that as good for you, Bobby, as it was for us?
That was one of the cooler tests we've ever done.
Wow, that is one way to destroy like a couple $100 worth of screamers.
It broke here at the end.
Wow.
Got 21.41, which is not 22 kilonewtons.
Let's see how long this got. It is. Wow. That's apparently 6 meters. Wow. That is so cool. It's crazy it started at the top, but it broke the eye at the bottom. We have some unfinished business with our W here. And so we're going to slow pull it to actually watch what it's doing in slow motion, including one more G screamer here. And what's cool is we have 6 different types of absorbers at hownottto.com, which as an aid nerd, I think is pretty cool. We'll be giving away one of the G Screamers in this weekend's newsletter. If you open it up, go to the bottom, you say you want it. That way it goes to the weirdo who wants one of these and not just somebody random who doesn't. So the other purpose for the G Screamer is to actually attach it to a spock or something with teeth so it doesn't de-sheath the rope. And we wanted to drop some rocks to find out if that happened. And if you don't sign up for the newsletter, you could miss that episode in case the algorithm doesn't show it to you. And every week we give stuff away anyways. Let's go pull this thing now. Started. Oh. Oh. That's pretty cool. Wow, it's at 2.5. Nice. 23.57, 2.5 kilonewtons. Crazy.
What's interesting is these are nylon, and I think we saw more stretch at the end than we'll see with the G Screamers, which are HMPE.
Why are we seeing about 2.5 kilonewtons here and 4 kilonewtons outside?
That's got to do with the speed it's being pulled at.
Like physics?
Textile science, physics.
Ooh. Oh, sick! Exploded out right near the end, stretching out the sling. So we did get 24 kN, but the range was all over the place. So it was anywhere from 3.5 to 5.26 kN. That's a lot bigger than I was expecting.
5.26 is way higher than we saw in a drop test, and a drop test is way closer to how these are actually going to be deployed.
Right in the middle are these yellow fibers that I just pulled out of the other strand. I'm not quite sure what those go to. What do you think they're for? Now, if you like watching us drop big, heavy rocks on things, you can go see us test auto belays with a 900-pound rock. If you go check out this video next.
Nope.
That is exactly what I was afraid of.